Hi, Filter here. I just thought I'd make a video pertaining to, again, Star Trek Discovery. Like I said in my last video, I said I feel better about what they're going to do with this show because it's not going to be part of the prime canon. Since it's going to be an anthology, we could basically brush it off like the animated series. I mean, that's just basically it. We could brush it off like the animated series. Um, and like I said, it would just be one of those things we could chalk up. Think of it as fan fiction, only it costs millions of dollars. And not to mention, it's very interesting to find out that there's more drama behind the scenes than there is going to be in this show. That being said, I'd like to talk to you about the JJ Abrams Star Trek films. Now, a lot of people harp on it, but I think E.C. Henry, and I urge you to check his videos out, he really hits the nail on the head on how it's more closer to really the first season of Star Trek when you think about it. And he talks about how it's more or less the motion picture is really the reboot when you think about it. And I think I've mentioned this before. I mean, consider it. It's the motion picture is just a rehashing of the episode Changeling. You know, Earth probe goes out, gets damaged, merges with another, comes back with a vengeance. It's pretty much the same damn thing. But along with I was about to say H.A. Goodman because I was thinking about the guy who because I was looking at his video. Along with JJ Abrams, there is something I have to say for the next Star Trek film that they hope they don't do, and it's this: stop pummeling the Enterprise. Seriously, stop wrecking that damn ship. Okay, in the first one, yeah, the Enterprise gets hit by 24th century missiles, and quite frankly, you would think they'd have better shielding for that, but they didn't. After all, it was the Kelvin that faced it, and they had the information. They must have had some relays going back and forth about how powerful these weapons were, and they should have done something to at least minimize the effects of this ship. Then we get to Into Darkness. And again, granted, I'll give you that the USS Vengeance is a little bit more powerful than most Starfleet vessels. But by golly, it really sucks to be on these ships because, again, a couple of shots and bang, everything's like totally gone, and crewmen are being blown out into space. And now we get to the last film that came out, and uh, oh, good grief, Star Trek Beyond. Great potential, but again, did you have to destroy the damn ship? Really? Did you have to tear the damn ship apart? Now they're gonna get it. Now they get the new ship at the end of the film, and I keep thinking to myself, "Are you really, really, really?" I mean, seriously, all you can think of is they're gonna tear this ship apart like they ain't no tomorrow again. It's gonna get blown on the side, and more crewmen are gonna get sucked out into space. Which tells me that if you're ever on one of these ships, you've got to be like in the center of the ship, not by like the near the outer hull or something like that, because that's the last place you want to be when you're under attack. Let's see. I'm just spitballing on this one here because I always thought it was just kind of funny how for these past three films the ship gets just ripped apart, in various forms. Then I mean, when you compare how it goes in Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Next Generation, ship attacks the Enterprise and their shields are kind of holding up, and you can see the little shimmer that indicates the shields are there. But yet, for reasons I have yet to comprehend, they refuse to do that in what was it? Star Trek Undiscovered Country. I mean, the Enterprise is going in, shields up, it's waiting, and all of a sudden it's getting hit. And again, you don't see that little, that indicates that it's got the shields up. They're just getting their asses handed to them. Well, I just thought I'd put that out there. Please stop pummeling the ship, Mr. Abrams. We don't need that. However, here's an idea. Here's another little theory I've got, and it didn't dawn on me until I was like watching the first one, the first Star Trek film, JJ Abrams Star Trek film. I'm looking around at the bridge, and there was something that irked me until then. It dawned on me when a little bit later on that day I saw an episode of Next Generation Parallels. Now, there's no reason for this glass thing to be on the bridge, and there was no reason for that big glass thing to be on the bridge behind the tactical station where Wesley was standing in the episode Parallels. So, well, actually, there is a reason, but and due to the configuration, how everything was different, I suspect that the Kelvin timeline is actually that timeline that Worf is in. Because they say parallel universes do things, it's a whole thing about time. So even though it might have branched off back then, it still created this situation later. It's a whole timey-wimey thing. Wrong show. All right, that's about all. I just thought I'd share a few thoughts. If you guys have a comment, leave them below. And until then, I'm Filter, and I'm out of here.